little bit about you, but not much. She says, okay, hang on. She just texted me. I will send up a
Okay.
flare when I can to you, to her. I will send up a flare to her, to you, Ashley, when I can. I forgot to tell you that I gave her the link to that room. Okay, no worries. Yeah, this is like our, so hang on to this room because, yeah, this link to this room because if I'm in front of my machine or she's in front of her machine, we'll see who comes in.
Okay.
And unless you have an account here, we won't know who it is, but I always jump in here, and then now that I know who you are, I'll know for the future. So, is there anything
Okay.
you'd like to share with me right now? Like, hi, Roy, because this is what I do. I love meeting people and finding out the answer to two questions. One, what do we have in common? And two, how can we help each other with what we have in common? And you never know where that might lead us, in our professional life, in our business life. You just never know. So if you're all about that, a quick little, how did you meet April? How did you connect? Or, yeah, how did you meet her? That's what I would like to know.
I met her through Dana. Dana and I are good friends. We go back over a decade. So I'm serving Dana with her business. I'm helping her out. So we're just partnering up, and that's how I met April.
Oh, Dana Schmoyer then. Yes.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I've been following Tim for quite some time, but never to the capacity of which I want to do now, which we go a little deeper than just hashtag Facebook friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's one
Yeah.
it's one thing to be Facebook friends. It's quite another to have some sort of a phone conversation, or now with all of this live streaming going on, to have one of these conversations because April and I believe very strongly in the body language. Whether you can see one another or not, like myself, I'm voice only. I'm the voice of net friending. April's the face of net friending, and together I think we're working out the kinks on how to present that to the world because I hate networking the way that people want to do networking. It is so not friendly to me. It's like, hey, you want to buy my product, Roy? No. Okay, bye. It's like, well, wait a second. Well, there might be something here. Have you ever heard of collaboration, co-creation? I mean, come on, there might be a partnership here. So, do you believe in that too, Ashley, or no?
Yeah, I think it's human nature to put oneself first. I think we all do that unless we have the opportunity or the intention to learn to do otherwise.
I
So
love it.
I
I
think
love
that's
it.
pretty common because that's our natural instinct is, you
Right,
know,
but it doesn't
self
serve us
first.
as well as kind of not doing our default thing and kind of getting outside of our comfort zone. I tell you what, I'm 61. I just turned 61 in February. When I turned 38 that year, uh, my first 38 years of life was just super, super shy. I would not first contact with anybody. If somebody spoke to me, it would take me a long while to get warmed up, blah, blah, blah. But now, oh my goodness, it's like if I see anything we have in common, it's like, hey, come on our show, let's do a meet and greet, let's talk about it, and let's see where we can go with that. So I hope this goes far because I saw the exchange between yourself and April. One thing about me and April, um, I have this way with words. I like to help people to understand what I really mean. So instead of networking, I want to do net friending, right? So that's self-explanatory, right? Um,
Hmm.
so a lot of people are against people talking behind their backs, and yes, I'm against it too. But what can we do? If you say something to someone, the likelihood of them repeating it to someone is great, and especially if they didn't, get your gist, get your drift. If they don't have it just so, then it becomes gossip. Or they do talk behind your back and they tell other people stuff that's not true because blank. And they have a host of reasons. But here's what I like to do. Listen to this. If I know you, Ashley, I'm going to make it personal. I will talk in front of your back. What do you think about that?
Mm.
How does
Well,
how does
if
ta-
I'm being honest, I think that it feels a little unsafe,
uh,
to be completely honest.
well, hey, this is what I want because listen, the best marketing you can have in any genre for any product, any service is before and after pictures. Would you agree?
Yeah, testimonies tell more than
Yes,
facts
totally.
do.
Yes, exactly. Right? So you agree, right? So no matter what it is that you have, a testimony from someone, here's my before picture because I needed your product or service and didn't yet have it, and now I do, and look what happened. So my product or service is very simple. It's net friending. That's my product and service. And I want to meet people and I want to pour into them and to my God given gift. So let me back up a half step. My God given gift is to stir up your God given gift in a way that maybe no one else has done it before and to give you a different perspective of how you show up in the world and how you walk through it each and every day. And I not only want to do that from a video or a book or text or audio, all of that stuff, but I also want to do it live like this. I want to show up once a week, once a day, once an hour, I don't know, whatever time I have, and allow people who I've impacted and who want to impact me and the other people. So it's like I met April and now I'm meeting you. And so you two kind of sort of already know each other. You maybe want to go a little deeper with that. And then the next thing you know, I'm involved or someone else is involved because I find out, oh my goodness, Ashely, you would be just, you know what? I got to connect you with Janet because blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, okay, we'll do that. So that's what I mean when I say I will talk in front of your back. Behind your back is gossip. In front of your back is glowing testimonials about you. It's like, oh my goodness, this is the greatest person ever. Because I don't do like the average bear. I don't think what if and then go right to the negative. Oh, what if I die tomorrow? No, what if I'm alive again tomorrow? Did I do anything in the last 24 hours to impact other people's lives, right? So when I say I'm going to be speaking in front of your back, you want that. Ashely, you want that. You want me to shout your name from the rooftops, what it is that you're doing from the rooftops, so that people who can be a friend to you or be a client or a customer to you or whatever it is you're seeking in life, that they have the opportunity to go to you over all the other noise that's out there and people are just doing it in text. I'm doing it in talk. What do you think about that?
Um, I'm still uncertain. I watched the live stream with you in April, and the positive was really cool. Um,
Ah, okay. Thank
but I
you.
still, I still feel like it felt a little unsafe to have an email that I sent that I expected to not be shown to other people to be kind of picked apart, even if that was positively. Still just didn't feel safe to me. So.
Okay. Let's
I don't
let's
know. That's
let's
kind of my impression, my first impression that I had of it. And I feel like most people would probably be a little startled
Okay, but we're not talking
as
about most
well.
people, right? We're talking about Ashely. So, Ashely, tell me your concern. Why is it unsafe for you to write an email to someone else and then not even know what they're going to do with it? Because most people, okay, let me ask you this question. Have you ever had anybody talking behind your back and it caused you heartache?
Not
You,
recently.
not, okay, but in your past, you told somebody something. They told somebody else and it caused you heartache because you thought that they were going to keep your blank. Most people would say confidence. Most
Sure.
people would say privacy. I don't think like
Sure.
that. I don't think like that. It's like if you want to be private, go find a cave and be in it. The reason is because you don't trust yourself. That's why you don't trust me and trust April to do with your information what you think is unsafe. Just think about that for half a
Mm,
second. Because
I
if
don't
you
know.
trusted,
I feel like that's kind of putting words and thoughts, trying to put it in my head that I don't
okay,
have
so then you tell
myself.
me why it's
So,
unsafe.
what's that?
Then you tell me the truth. Why is it unsafe?
Because of expectations. I don't,
But
it's
did
not
you
an
tell April those
expectation.
expectations?
That would be an unsaid expectation.
Okay, and how do we know that your unsaid list is our unsaid list?
Well, I think there's a difference between rhetoric and intuition. And so I think that you definitely have the rhetoric of this down. Um, and that's awesome for you. For myself, the intuition is it felt odd, pretty odd and unsafe.
That's because
Um,
it's not the status quo. You
so
like the status quo, is that
regardless of
correct?
whether or not I have the rhetoric to explain that, that doesn't devalue my impression of it.
So when you say rhetoric, I don't know what you mean. Can you explain that, please, Ashley?
This back and forth. You kind of having all the right words and answers.
Oh, so you don't have all the right words and answers.
That's rhetoric again. So,
So if I have
yeah.
the right words and
So
answers and
hey,
you
Roy, I just
don't,
need to stop you there for a
okay.
second. I have a lot that I need to accomplish today, and
Oh,
I was
sure,
really
sure,
hoping to
sure.
connect with April on some stuff she was needing support with and helping her not feel overwhelmed. And so, I just was not expecting to have
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
this
I'm sorry.
interchange
I
right
just get
now.
excited when there's people that I think, have the potential to be amazing people if they just understand that, I'm not your enemy. I'm your friend. Are you a believer?
Yes.
Me too. And here's what I believe. I believe that you are shocked at who I am, and you probably want to stay as far away from me as you possibly can, at least for the time being, until you know more from other people. And that's perfectly okay. Here's something that I do. I will say what people think. Have you ever heard the saying, the drunk man says what the sober man thinks? What
No,
that
I haven't.
means, what that means is that there's a lot of people that wish they had the guts to share information that they have that they know will be absolutely edifying for the other person from God, but they're afraid because the status quo says if you do this, then they'll get butthurt. They'll feel pain, and then they'll blame you for hurting their feelings, and then they won't want to be around you anymore. And I say, I get that, because the world today, as you know, as a believer, is, oh my goodness, it's hellbound. And because it is, when people like myself want to put the truth out there fast and furious, it hurts. Oh, and I'm sorry, and I'm keeping you again. So sorry, sorry about that. I just looked at. I walk around in my office with my eyes closed, just thinking what I'm going to say, and so on and so forth. So, oh, good. Are you doing? Listen,
I'm doing my family of
yes, do your
seven's
thing.
worth of
Yes,
laundry.
do your thing.
I have five
Absolutely.
children, so there's a lot of things to get done each day.
No, no,
But I really
absolutely,
appreciated
absolutely.
just
Listen,
talking to you one on one and just having a chance to share honestly kind of my impressions. So I hope that's what you're looking for.
yes,
And
absolutely.
it
Be
was so nice to
completely
meet
honest with
you.
me. If you want me to, if you want to say, Roy, thank you. You seem like a nice guy, but you're just way too much for me. Please, let's just end right here before blank happens. I'll be fine with that.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Roy. And did you let April know? Is she just
Yes,
gonna
she's
give me
gonna
a
send
shout
you.
out?
Yes, she's gonna send you a flare, as she said. She
Okay,
said
and
as soon as
that's
she's.
that comes on the app. I've never used this app before, so will that just alert me on my phone on the app when she's ready? Is that how that works?
Okay, so I don't know how you're set up. Do you know Messenger?
Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
Yes,
She'll say, are you friends there?
yes.
Then she'll send a flare there. Yes. So watch for
Okay.
that there. So if you get a notification on your phone, then that's where it'll be.
Okay, it's not in this app.
This one here, Be Live,
Yeah.
where you and I are
Yes.
right now. No, no, no. There's nothing here. No, you
Okay.
won't get anything from here. You'll get it. She'll send it to you on Messenger.
Okay.
Listen.
Cool.
So
Sounds
thank you
good.
for listening to me. I was just doing what I was prompted. I do believe the Holy Spirit prompted me to share this with you. It was a little too much for you. I get it. And I am too much for a lot of people. So I do apologize if there was anything I said that wasn't just so. All I'm
Oh,
attempting to
no
do
need,
here.
no need to apologize. I'm not offended.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Ashley. Have a wonderful day.
All right.
Bye bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye, Roy.
Thank you, Ashley.